So I got something to tell y'all. I came to a realization the other day about my hair. My hair is low porosity, if y'all don't know. And I was doing wash and go, and my hair was like all flaky, and I was like, well, I know the products, they're compatible, because I did a little hand test where you put the cream and the gel together and you rub it together in your hands before you put it in your hair. And if it like clumps up, then they're gonna flake in your hair. And if it like mixes well together and makes like another like creamy type whatchamacallit, then that means it's gonna work in your hair. It did the second thing I said, like it didn't like clump up or anything. So I'm like, this should work. Why is my hair still flaking? So come to find out, and this is just my own like self-realization, you know, I realized my hair is so low porosity that if I put too much product in my hair while it's wet and it doesn't have enough time to absorb all the product while it's still wet, by the time it dries, the hair will flake, the product will flake up in my hair because it didn't absorb all the product, because my hair is hard to get product into it. So I hope that makes sense. But I came to that realization the other day. My hair is still like flaky. That's why it's like up in this puff ponytail situation, because I can't deal with flakes, y'all. I don't like flakes on my body. I can't do it. And it looks like I got dandruff whenever it's on my shirt and stuff. But anyway, I realized that this was just a game changer. Like, I just had to tell y'all about that. And I've been meaning to make a low porosity video for some time now, because my hair is low porosity. I want to help all the other low porosity curly girl sisters out there. So here we are. Before I start rambling about hair, hi, I'm Micayla, Fine Apple Curls, if you didn't know. See, I just got this necklace for Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Merry late Christmas, Happy New Year, first video of 2022, let's get it. What is low porosity, y'all? First of all, low porosity hair is when your shaft, shoot, I need to look it up before I tell you the wrong thing. All my low porosity sisters out there, I'm gonna help y'all out, because I'm trying to help myself out. We gonna look this up right now. Textbook definition of low porosity. Let's see. If you have low porosity hair, it means the structure of your hair doesn't easily allow moisture to be absorbed into your hair shaft. This can make it harder for water to saturate your hair when it's washed. Because this hair tends to repel moisture, it can also be more challenging to process and style. Low porosity means that your cuticles are closer together, so it's harder to get product, water, anything. Think of it like a semi-permeable membrane in your body or something. This is gonna be like really nerdy, but this is for all my STEM majors out there that had to take biology. With low porosity, that means it's harder to get products through. I don't know where I was going with that. I didn't really need to use the whole, but okay. Anyway, it just means that it's hard to get product in, or anything in really, but once it's in there, it's in there. So it's not easy to get out either. It's not easy to get in, it's not easy to get out. It's a very hard barrier, I guess. Yeah, a hard membrane, you know, cell wall. Yeah. Let me tell y'all, the way I found out that my hair was low porosity was, well, just by reading up on the characteristics of it, I knew my hair was low porosity. But there's also a test you can do if you're not sure, because you just fill like a glass of water, and then you put a strand of your hair in it, and you see if it just sinks to the bottom, that's high porosity. If it stays sitting at the top for a while, that's low porosity. And normal is like when it sits like somewhere in the middle. So my hair is definitely low porosity, because that joker strand of hair sat at the top of the glass for a good 30 minutes. I did write down some characteristics of low porosity, so y'all wouldn't have to go and look it up. It takes a while to get wet or dry. So like you standing in the shower, about to wash your hair, right? You put your hair underneath the shower head, and the water like rolls off of your hair for like a good minute. Yeah, it's low porosity. Cause I will be sitting in the shower trying to wash my hair, and the water will literally roll off my hair for a good 5 minutes. before I even feel like it's starting to, my hair is starting to absorb it. And I have to like move my hair around just to get water into it. So that's what I mean. Like, it takes a while to get wet, and it takes like days for it to dry. My hair actually dries really fast when it doesn't have any product in it, like at all. But that's not because of porosity, that's because of my hair density. My hair isn't very dense, so when I don't have any product in it, it dries really fast. But when it does have product in it, baby, that porosity be kicking in, because it'll take like 2-3 days for my hair to dry. So I'm exaggerating a little bit, maybe like 1 to 2 days, okay? And also, when the water beats up on your hair as it's like getting damped or soaked or whatever, and you're trying to like wash it or whatever, if it's like beating up, like let's say you wet your hair and then you take your hair out from under the shower head and you just like stand there. If you see like the water is beating up on your hair, like creating like little water circles, I hope y'all get what I mean, but it's like literally like little tiny water circles on your hair. Like, I've actually never seen hair not do that, now that I think about it. If there's any high porosity sisters out there, let me know, what does water do on your hair if it doesn't beat up? Because I've never seen, what is the alternative? Another one is dandruff is more likely. When I was little, even now sometimes, I used to have a lot of dandruff growing up. And now, I don't really get dandruff anymore. Probably because I'm not relaxed anymore. You know, I think having a relaxer on your hair like every month or so, that definitely like creates dandruff on your scalp and like makes your scalp worse. But I don't know. But I do know when I do blow dry it and I don't oil my scalp, I do notice that there's dandruff. So I don't know, maybe it might be heat, but yeah, dandruff, when you have low porosity, dandruff is more likely. You're more likely to get dandruff on your scalp as opposed to high porosity. You're more likely to get product buildup because the product will sit on your hair instead of having your hair absorb the product, which is what's been happening to me the last couple of wash and goes. The product was not being absorbed. So my hair would dry and the product was just sit there and it would flake up because the product will dry up too. So that's likely. If you ever think about like why is my hair flaking, it's not always because of the products not mixing well. It could just be that you're applying too much product in comparison to how fast your hair dries, or like how fast your hair absorbs the product before it dries is a better way of saying it. Another characteristic is resistance to color treatment and resistance to heavy conditioners and products. So this is basically what I was saying, like it's hard to get products in, especially if it's like thick products, or like when you apply a lot of the same product, like it's kind of hard for your hair to absorb all of that at once in a specific frame of time. So that's why it kind of just sits on top, and that's why it's important to figure out what's the sweet amount, what's that sweet amount of product to apply to your hair for it to work the best. So if you identify with most of these characteristics, then yes, you most likely have low porosity hair. Welcome to the club. So now here are my tips. Don't pile on more product than what can be absorbed. And what I mean by that is like what I just discovered a couple days ago. When you put on too much product is like when you apply product and your hair doesn't absorb it all and the leftover product sits on your hair until, you know, your hair like uses up that product, your scalp absorbs it or whatever. The product just sits there. That's too much product, and that varies from person to person. So a dime-sized amount could be too much for one person, and you could slap on a whole box of conditioner on another person and it'll absorb all of it. So that's something like you're gonna have to figure out individually, like what is too much, what is just right, what is not enough. Yeah, it's tricky applying product with low porosity hair. I've realized recently, and I've been natural for like 6-7 years, I think. Tip number 2, heat products up. especially conditioners, deep conditioners, heat them up. My mom used to do this when I was little. She would always use hair mayonnaise. And if y'all didn't know, hair mayonnaise is one thick conditioner. So when it wasn't warmed up, it was probably just like kind of sitting on my hair at first. You probably had to really work it through for it to get through my hair. So that's probably why she would heat it up, because when you heat it up, it's easier for your hair to absorb the product more. So I heat my products up majority of the time, unless I'm lazy. But I do understand the significance of heating products up. So even when I'm lazy, I still heat them up, and it works wonders. Like, I'm talking about I'm talking about getting the hair just the product just melts into your hair when it's heated up. And that's not typical for low porosity hair, because like I said, it's hard to get products in, hard to get products out. So heat up your conditioners and hot oil treatments. In fact, I got a video of me basically doing a hot oil treatment before I shampoo my hair. I'll tag it up here. But yeah, I would mix oils together, and I also have this grease that I would put in there, and I would heat it up, and I would spray it on my hair and detangle it and twist it up, and then I hop in the shower and I shampoo it. And it just made it so much easier to wash my hair, and it made it more open to products, open to water. Because like I said, without that, like, water just rolls off my hair for a good 5 minutes. So that definitely helps. But definitely check out that hot oil treatment video to see like what oils I mix together, how I apply it, all that good stuff. Tip number 3, find good shampoos that clarify. Because again, hard to get products in, hard to get products out. So when you're using these baby booty light shampoos that don't do nothing, you're not actually like getting the old products out of your hair. And that leaves buildup, and that's not good for hair growth, y'all. That stunts your hair growth. It's important to get all the product out when you're washing your hair. I mean, you don't want your natural oil stripped, then again, but it is important to get unnecessary old products off of your scalp, and you need a good shampoo to do that. So let me know if y'all want me to like film videos where I recommend products for low porosity hair, or just products in general that work best for me, which I'm still trying to figure out right now because I don't really buy hair products like that. But if y'all do want those videos, I will definitely like push them out and be trying different products on camera. Yeah, just let me know in the comments, y'all. My last product, not my last product. My last tip is work products through so that they don't sit on top of your hair. Because if you don't, like, it's literally just gonna sit on top of your hair. Like, your hair is not just gonna absorb it, because it's hard to get products in. So you need to work that thing. You need to break it through. You need to shingle. You need to comb it. You need to sandwich it. You need to do all that if you want your hair to truly like take in the product. Because otherwise, it's just gonna sit. Like, low porosity hair is very stubborn, especially mine. Me, I gotta. All that. So, if your hair is very stubborn like mine is, definitely work the products through with your hands, with your detangling product, all that. So you can make sure that your product is getting through there and it's not just sitting. Because I realized that before, a couple of days ago, I wasn't really like looking at my hair. I wasn't observing my hair. That's the word. I wasn't observing my hair. And you need to observe your hair whenever you're applying product, because if it's just sitting there, then that means you're not raking it through enough. You're not getting the product through enough. And that needs to happen so that you don't go through what I'm going through and the products are flaking every time when it dries. You don't want that, y'all. You don't want that, because it looks really bad. So yeah, that is all my tips, y'all. I really hope that y'all found them helpful. And let me know down in the comments if you want more tips, because I can definitely come up with more. And even still, like, if not, I can just take y'all on my journey of just figuring out my hair, because I'm still trying to figure it out. And with that comes more stuff about low porosity, because I have low porosity hair. So if you want more tips about natural hair and especially low porosity, definitely subscribe definitely like this video. Definitely check out more of my videos. Not forcing you to, but hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button, all that good stuff, bell notifications even, all that is just to support your girl, and it only takes like 2 seconds. So if you just want to support, you know, a fellow young independent black woman, you know, just go ahead and hit those buttons. I'm just saying. But anyway, let me know down in the comments what other videos y'all want to see, your thoughts and opinions on this video. If y'all share the same experience that I have recently, any stories you got about your low porosity hair, you know, definitely more stuff coming this year on my YouTube channel. I plan on getting real active. I plan on being more intentional with what I want to put out here. So stay tuned and remember to never stop growing, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.